Hello everyone, welcome back to Dredge. I have no clue what we were doing yesterday, last time we played, so let's just see what we have to do. Factory. Right, lab, what do they want? Well, I need a crab. Right, and which samples am I working on? That's in the shallows and I have to fish it. Okay. Grab the controller. Goes quicker with that. Shift about on my seat so I'm more comfortable. Right, crab pots. Right, back to the Gale Cliffs. Pick up some crab pots. Right, we'll sell my catch, get me some cash, and then we will see what happens when we go try and do this in the other zone. Okay. You can always buy more here. Repair damage on the shipyard. I'll find a request for you. What if happens? They get sick. Bring me a mutant fish. Any will do. Yes. Dude, I have more fish to give you. That one I don't want to sell. That one I do. Back up on the... Okay, next time we will see him. Right. Uninstall, put in a storage, go to storage. That does coastal and shallow. Volcanic and shallow. Weighted line. Anti-tangle net. Mangrove and coastal. I should probably buy back some of these in advance. What have I still got? Right, I got the awesome one there. I've got the versatile rod there. Research. What can I put points into? Nothing. And that just needs wooden planks. You're seriously telling me that we cannot find wooden planks? It's oceanic. We need shallow. That's coastal. Coastal. How do I have missing crab pots? Needs repairs. Ugh. Into repair mode. Nothing. I'm convinced that might be one of them, but I'm not sure. Now we wait. Right. Give it 2 days. Well, we've got plenty of cash now, and I've got plenty of other stuff, so... yeah, sleep. Ah, progress. And we add that, and we pay the $200. And now we just need to put in the work for the new hull. Now the big problem is going to be these little bastards. They always take ages to find. Still around? I thought you'd gone all ooh. Right. Let's get out of here. We'll have Banish on standby, just in case something horrible comes out of the depths. What's that weird noise? Do I really want to know? It's a whale. Happy whale. Not a mutant whale. We've been trying to keep track of a record of where all that dark liquid has been showing up. Come see me if you need pointing to any contamination. Yeah. So it's a syringe into each of the creatures, now lying long dead on the slab. Each draws a vial of fluid. It's going to take a moment. Some vials containing a type of blood you might expect, deep and red, catches glints of light from fluorescent bulbs overhead. The other corpses yield a dark, clotted substance that seems to crawl up into the vial by itself. It shimmers with a quiet iridescence, as if lit from inside. Places the vials of what should be fish blood into a rack in front of him. Down in the deep, something begins to brush against the legs of the rig. Bollocks. Here we go. It has tentacles and eyes. Not good. No shit. So he's overjoyed seeing this thing. Steps away from the nearby window, knuckles still white from gripping the frame moments before. This structure, the people on it can't stand up to this. I I had a student. She was developing some technology. Presses his forehead against the glass. It was a way of communicating, I suppose. We were working on emulating a language we didn't fully understand. She began to twist for the words. But she didn't agree with Ironhaven's methods, so leveraging my role on the board of research, I pulled some strings and had her posted far away to the Stellar Base. And this is your fault, you jerk. That poor girl. Stuck there on that alone research lab with no company, next to a giant sea monster. Please, go find her. I hope she's progressed her research sufficiently to help us, and while you're there, I'd like you to catch some of the local specimens. Oceanic, abyssal, haddle, crab. Right. Okay, let's see what we can conjure for you. Useful stuff at last. Seen some of that gunk now. Factory, undermarket. No, I need it to reach. Right. Oof. That was vicious. I panicked so I couldn't do anything. And I tried, but it just did not work out. so that's got me that, which I'll need for later. I'll go pop some bits into research for better crab pots, because I'm going to need better crab pots. That's for the number of days they last, isn't it? Okay. We are not going to get jumped in the open ocean. At least the OST to this is good for relaxing. Hmm. Nothing useful aside from conferring this with some of our peers. They are indeed species that were previously thought extinct. Special name for that, you know, a Lazarus taxon. We describe the creatures to the scientist, but as you grasp at the images in your head, they melt away, replaced by swirling blackness. Long nights at sea, unusual weather conditions, hallucinations, don't worry, get some rest. Right, what have we got? Crab, we've got a crab pot. We got an oceanic. We got abyssal. We don't have abyssal. Blast, that's bad. Infused hoist. There you go. Oceanic, check. Abyssal, check. Haddle, check. Crab pots, check. So we're all fully kitted out now for our return to the basin. Read all the books, which is a shame. He's still in there. Hello again, what do you need? Someone from Ironhaven Corporation sent me. I didn't expect that name to follow me all the way out here. Perhaps that was naive of me. So, what do you want? Oh, and you're helping them with that, I suppose. Do you have any idea what they're even doing? She turns away and tries to recompose herself with a few deep breaths. Of course you don't. You're just trying to help, but you've seen what happens to the water here and elsewhere, I imagine. What else? Head scientist seems to know you, and I know him. He's the reason I was posted all the way out here, so far from home. He might have mentioned that I studied under him. But I studied him too. His theories on nature's cycles were odd. Never went into much detail, but his work had some curious influences. I heard whispers through the door of his office, saw confusing diagrams that lingered in half-erased chalk dust, and torn up shreds of paper. Never could make much sense of it. What else? Same tech that in the repulsion machine I gave you. Strictly speaking, I won't call it defense system. It doesn't interact with anything on a physical level. You see, Ironhaven's Scientific Communications Division have long been working on projects to further their exertion over the natural world. It's complicated stuff, but essentially they were trying to emit signals to communicate with, well, anything they wanted to, I suppose. The tech I've been working on is along those lines, but instead of a widespread spectrum of communication, it attempts to broadcast the single word, flee. It's the vocalised patterns of every animal I was able to gather acoustic data for. What else? I couldn't give a damn about the rig or the corporate, but not everyone there deserves to face the consequences of the corp's actions. I'll give you the schematics. I'm sure someone there is smart enough to decipher them and get it built. Just don't let them think that means I forgive them or that I approve of what they're doing. Nothing, that's perfectly brilliant. Thank you. Right, now we just need to find... We'll just rest up as usual, because going around outside in the dark is suicide. And now we will detach. Start with that one there. Oh, there we go. Got one. Right. Right, we'll make a run for the thing, for the rig, and then come back, pick up what's... and then go all the way back another day, probably. As we try to figure out where I can get more of those bits of cloth. Cool, so the only thing I need left is the little one. Needs just a sea slug. Cool. So this is where we are going to build some kind of machine that will repel the tentacles. That's what the scientists said. Oh, and I've got to go get myself a... Oh well. We're going to need one of these for later. that it? No, we need the sea slug. Sea slug, sea slug. Come on, sea slug. Oh well. Hmm. And yeah, we're going to leave it there for today. So till next time, folks, peace to you.